Alright, good evening everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Just Justin and we are going to do our Genshin Impact live stream. Alright. Stygian Onslaught I think is tonight. I'm not sure if it's already on for North America server, but we will see. I think well it's 10:40, so hopefully by 11. I think it's 11 o'clock. I actually don't know the time when it's going to be released in North America, so we will see. I mean, this is our fifth and final day for Durin's quest, so we'll do that, and we're also going to farm for Mora because, yeah, honestly, we don't have any Mora.
Hey! A letter from the Knights of Avoni! No time to waste! Let's get going!
Yeah, I know, but I need Mora. We'll do the more. Oh, actually, 188 over 200. Yeah, let's do the quest first.
So this is the other Durin, huh? If this had been the dragon that ended up being revived in Mondstadt, there's no telling what kind of calamity that people would have. So, if you think about it like that, Durin's actually a hero. No, I'm just a little envious, that's all.
Actually, most of the credit belongs to Albedo.
Then again, barely anyone even remembers you at this point. So I...
Ah, so you three still remember Durin. Looks like the memory loss hasn't spread to close friends. I guess that means my memory of you must still be complete as well.
Albedo.
You're finally here! Oh, but...
Oh, you're here too?
I think I've pieced together some of what happened to him.
Master Jean filled me in on what happened, and I've got a few theories. But well, physically, he's doing fine. His body is holding the abyssal power at bay. And there's nothing...
So, from an alchemy point of view,
The issue isn't so much that the abyssal power within him has gotten out of control. It's that the connection between his will and body is fading. If he ends up losing his conscious will, his body will fall back on its biological instincts. And that's when This book mentioned a witches' gathering. It seems like quite a few of these witches got themselves bringing fairy tale Durin into this world to replace the Durin on Dragonspine means using wonder, but the power of alchemy alone would not be enough to pull up. It would have required the combined use of Miss Barbeloff's astrology, my teacher's alchemy, and Aunt Alice's magic. After learning of Miss Barbeloff's prophecy, Durin and I finally came up with a way to settle the Dragonspine Durin problem, and I took care of the alchemy side of things. Which, looking back on it, so now, there... As for the fate theory, our friend and I still can't figure out how any kind of magic could possibly influence the fate of Tevat. But...
So, the reason Alice had us complete this...
A form of...
Well, we've no time to lose. The next part of the story most likely relates to me. So
Huh?
The giant tree was home to a broken branch, the shape of its splintered arm aligning perfect. Join yourself, but first, fetch.
I see.
Semontelli, how are you? We are on the Act 5 or Chapter 5 of Durin's story
The
quest.
little dragon arrived at an alchemist's workshop. There he was greeted by a clay figure, a child molded by the sage witch's hands. Though gentle in appearance, he had inherited his mother's cold, sharp wisdom. and he was determined
I
to
really like
avert
her
the
handle.
calamity the
Now
evil
I'm
dragon would
jealous.
bring.
I want to be Carlotta.
And so was
I
his
want to be a
helper,
Montelli as well.
none other than the little dragon himself.
What is this place?
It looks like it's modeled after an alchemist's workshop. Or rather, a cliched stereotype of one.
Albedo?
Hold on. Why do I look like this?
Oh, yeah. We forgot to tell you. Basically,
No,
the
because I've
characters
already
in the
built
story are reflections of
my
all Durin
name
season.
At least you're still human
back in
shaped.
2019 when I
Oh,
started the
since
YouTube
Cat Guy
channel,
has
and
taken
now
on a
I
different
wasn't
appearance too. That must mean the two of us are
game
both
streaming yet.
characters in
It
the
was
story.
more of a
But
travel
you, Paimon,
vlog
and
that I
Durin
only
haven't
posted
changed at all.
one video.
Hmm. You must be
So yeah,
special
I've
figures in
already
some way.
established it.
I'd like to know more about that too.
And just like that, the group stumbled.
Come on, what are we waiting for? Next chapter, here we come. Ouch!
But this was a chapter that had not yet been written. Ahead of them,
What? Now what's the point of having a path here? Sounds like a pretty bad habit for a writer.
Over here. I found something.
what the clay
Durin's
figure found
heart.
was none other than the evil dragon's heart itself. Though the creature had perished long, and the clay alchemist knew what it meant, yet guided by his mother's wisdom, he foresaw another fate. If only only then would the
Sounds like this chapter is about Albedo.
If that really was the solution, though, this would have been over the minute I finished the transmutation.
There has to be some other reason.
Yeah, I'd like.
Unless the little dragon kept moving, eventually he would be forgotten.
I
Returning to the castle. I just never thought crossing over into a new world would create so much. I'm starting to think I can't.
You might look back on it with fondness, but if I were you,
Why?
sometimes moving on with your life comes at a cost. But that's better than going no.
You don't have to worry, Durin. No matter what problem you face, there will...
Okay. Sometimes I wish I could just go back and see it again.
As the little dragon slipped back inside the castle's walls, the clamor of the outside world fell away. There was no danger here, no problems for the little dragon to resolve. As soon as his mother finished her story, it was time for the child to drift off into the world of dreams. And so the story ended, with the little dragon
What's going on? I feel so weak.
Hey, what's happening? Durin, wake up! But, this can't...
Hello, children. If you're hearing this recording, it's because you've reached a certain ending. You may have noticed that little Durin's experiences have been written into the pages of this book. Well, you should know that in the same way, its ending will also be written onto him. So be careful because triggering a bad ending could be somewhat
Mm.
problematic. Let me guess. You're upset that I didn't warn you earlier? Don't worry, though. I've thought it all through. I built a very special feature into this book, just for you, the witnesses of this tale. So,
Of
go ahead.
course.
See if you can turn back the pages. If you're not happy with the ending you've reached, just flip back a few pages and let the tale unfold once more. Pretty incredible, huh? That's the power of magic.
Because we're gonna flip back. He died. Not died, but
Unless the little dragon kept moving, eventually...
Do you think we could just destroy, be it the calamity headed for Mondstadt or my inability to leave behind a story of my own? What if, here in this story...
Either way,
Durin.
It's just... I'm still afraid someday, but I'm not sure if I can... So please...
The evil dragon's heart can...
Looks like we have no choice but to... Whatever happens next, Durin is going to need...
What the clay figure found was none other than the evil dragon's heart itself. Though the creature had perished long ago, its heart was still there, pulsing away and growing warmer with every beat. And the clay alchemist knew what it meant. That the evil dragon
ooh, I
would
have 3
return one
viewers.
day,
Let's
just as
go.
the prophecy had foretold.
Normally I only have 1.
Yet, guided by his mother's wisdom, he
But then
foresaw
again,
another
gained a
day.
new friend from
If
TikTok, Jose
only the
Montelli.
alchemist could
Follow
bestow
him on
this heart
TikTok.
upon the little dragon, he might be reborn in the evil dragon's stead. Only then would the evil dragon's heart grow still, and the little one
For the other 2
inherit
viewers,
its
please
tale.
chat with me if you can.
At last,
Because
the
apparently it
little
doesn't
dragon
count as a view if you
accepted
don't
the evil
chat.
dragon's heart,
I don't know, it's a Twitch thing.
and a new life came into being. The evil dragon's heart beat in his chest, and the little dragon's soul guided
Aw.
him forward. Thus did the prophecy hold true, even as fate had been rewritten. And so was the little dragon born anew.
Yay! Did that fix it?
Finally, a happy ending. That must be...
Born anew, the little...
Huh?
What comes next might be the most crucial part of...
Wow. You're all so serious all of a sudden. Durin, are you alright?
The evil dragon's heart was now one with the little dragon. Yet would the little dragon dare to hold this power
Possibly,
back?
yeah.
Or would he simply...
Hey, what kind of question is that? Of course he's gonna control...
Time is running out. So,
What's up with the
would he dare to hold this power back? Or would he simply give in?
The little dragon and his...
Huh? What's going on?
Once the ink runs out,
I had a feeling this...
What's happening to the other?
Now that the story's ink was spent, all that lay ahead would...
Ah,
Looks like another possible ending. Do not lose hope. You just need to keep searching, for there are possibilities that only you can bring to life.
Alright, Alice, flip back.
Would he dare to hold this power map? Or would he simply give in?
So yeah, should we just waste it here?
Ahead of them was a storyless void, and they could go no further.
Would he dare to hold this power map? Or would he simply give in?
Okay, so that's the right way. You just let it
The
come
little
through.
dragon was at an impasse, and the dark power unchecked. The darkness engulfed everything. The little dragon story faded into nothingness.
Is this me?
And so the story ended.
Oh no! But what do we do?
Looks like you've discovered another possible ending.
Oh, where do I
Do
go?
not lose hope. You just need to keep searching, for there are possibilities that only you can bring to life.
But where do I go?
What's going on here? Why isn't the story letting Durin just...
It seems the act of suppressing the power counts as an event in the story.
So, what now? Did we use too much earlier? How are we supposed to write a happy ending with only this much left? But...
Well, this is Durin's story. As long as he's alive and well, why should it end?
If there really is such a direct correlation between the story and his fate, I may have a potential hypothesis. Durin was, and still is in essence, a storybook character, written into being by M. From the moment he was born, he has always dwelt within her story. And I suspect that has remained the case, even after his arrival in Tevat. Reviving Durin in the evil dragon's place was an act of grafting this Durin story onto the latter's fate. In essence, that is how his fate was rewritten. But there
Okay.
is a fundamental difference between a being's story and its fate. As Miss Barbeloth reminded us, the fate of every living being in Tevat has been woven into the fabric of time. Its most natural path, therefore, but Durin's story, on the other hand, as Durin's connection to this world wore thin, not only have people started to forget him, in other words, his story can't continue. Because
It would seem the little dragon had made a group.
Save it. The question is, are you...
This is as far.
I suppose. The final decision. It's hard to believe I never actually left my mother's story. If that.
By there, I take it you mean the...
But we still don't... If Durin belongs inside the story, then going outside of it to some unwritten part...
I'm not afraid.
I second that. It would seem this is one answer you need to go seize.
So be it. Whatever obstacles...
Ooh, we're going to the void.
invisible edge of existence itself. And all of a sudden, it began to fracture, as if struck by some transcendent will.
Gotta.
Because he
My consciousness.
Keep going, Durin. A pure soul is your essence, not an empty void.
I feel.
Stand tall, Durin. You are not some amorphous idea. Yes, Durin, but you must keep going.
I can't feel a connection.
You're not alone in this world, Durin. At the very least, you have me.
I can't remember anything. Who am I?
Your name is Durin, and there are many who still remember it.
My name is Durin.
You're taking too long. Come on, Durin, run! In this world, fate waits for no one.
I can't run.
Wait! Where am I meant to go? What am I supposed to do?
Go. Make your wish come true, Durin.
Zach Aguilar's
My-
voice.
Wish?
Your story's not over yet.
Silence, huh? Let me get this straight. You want to graft your story onto this unfinished thread of fate. And in doing so...
Quite the brilliant idea. Still, the story's survival... Exactly. And the moment foretold by the prophecy is...
I see. I thought my own ignorance might be the problem. That I'd asked more of the noble science, or that I had failed to discern the heavenly signs and grasp the... Little did I imagine that time itself would...
Well, my friend, this has been a most intriguing experiment. And from an act...
Someday, the prophecy will come to pass. So remember, my friend, much like the star...
Thank you, everyone. You've helped me so much already. But will you lend me your magic one last time? Just enough...
You mean you want me to...
No, not in that sense. As Rhindaughter once told me, the laws governing life and death are among the most unyielding. Whether it lasts a day or an age, the span of one... If I tried to breach that law by force, this is not a path I want to go down.
So...
I would like you to send this pen of mine into the...
I see. Then perhaps there really is... I could create a kind of story magic to take over the... Oh, but for it to work, you would need to provide enough of your own work.
How much?
Oh, an immense amount, no matter how much you write. There is a limit to the number of words you can leave behind. Someday, perhaps, even your entire corpus will not be enough for the magic to continue describing this world.
Still.
Oh, my dear Anya. Even after all this time, you're still... Look at you.
Once he leaves Simulanka, things will only get more complicated. I'll just have to skip over...
Anya, why do you insist on sending him out of the storybook world? Why must he... Why not just let him remain within the story? With my magic, Even Fate's curse could be undone, and he could live.
I suppose. In fairy tales, oh, that's just how fairy tales end, isn't it? But, tell me, Alice, in your
To leave us.
not a bad answer. It's true, my greatest regret is that no matter how brilliantly a character shot for them, the story. But what if instead I could place my pen?
You mean.
You said it yourself. I can only. But I found a way to use your magic to This ink is a magical. For what is storytelling but another kind? Even once he reaches the chapter where I stop, and so.
A character.
That way.
And you no longer need to worry about the constraints of my but, first of all, once he arrives in Tevat, he'll have to rely as you gradually hand over creative control. That connection will grow weaker.
But at the same time, he'll also have the.
The issue is, this method taps into too many of Tevat's core secrets. Any overt hints you try to leave will be erased. In fact, it'd be hard for you to leave anything at all.
We still have the story itself, though.
It's entirely possible
I still believe it. His hopes and wishes can be.
Oh, what the writer you are, Anya. And you do know how much I love a happy ending.
Thank you, my friend. Well then, my child. Do you understand what you must do?
Yes. It's my turn.
Then what's...
What will become of you after...
I will fade away. My child, or your mother, I should say, passed away long ago. The voice you're...
I know. It's just... When you lose your mom too soon...
Durin.
But after coming to this world and traveling it with my friend, I suddenly realized... Maybe this is just what growing up feels like. I'm ready to grow up now.
Oh, Durin.
You've witnessed this story from the very beginning. From here, now I ask of you, the other pillar of this story, will you turn the page so the next chapter can begin?
Oh.
Suddenly, and without warning, the powers of darkness struck. The question was, could the little dragon prevail?
Of course.
Alas, it was here that the story witch's tale had to end.
But Durin's tale, on the other hand, had only just begun. Stepping into his mother's memories, he picked up her pen. And so the story that was ending began anew. He had made up his mind to challenge the fate that barred the way ahead.
Looks like this is
A chance to strike back at fate?
Oh.
No, that fate no longer defines me. Dodging this one. Here, I'll help lift you up. Only my story shall endure. Turning point in space! Stop leaving me!
Uh,
Looks like there's nowhere to hide. Here, I'll cover for you.
oh, the one earlier, the wind current is from Scaramouche. No wonder.
This time, the light prevails.
Let's go.
Thank you, Mom. And so it was that Durin defeated the darkness and rewrote his fate. But his story is far from over. Is everyone okay?
We're fine, thanks. And hey, we all saw how you fought back there. That was awesome!
I have to admit, I do feel like something in. I owe you all so much.
Just a shame I could only help out.
What?
Hear what?
The chance to strike back at fate knocking at your door.
Yeah, maybe someday.
Allow me to just check one thing. Yes. The abyssal power within you has stabilized again.
Oh, thank goodness!
I wonder what it means, though. Aside from the
Look, it all turned out fine, so just leave it at.
You're leaving so soon? What, don't humans usually throw
A party? Anyway, come find me again next time you're in trouble.
In a way, though, he is right. This is Durin's moment to celebrate.
Hey, I don't blame.
It's all right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. Traveler and Paimon, we'll part ways here.
Okay, so it's party time next, huh?
Congratulations on completing your mission. Now then.
She must have known the moment we finished.
I've heard dressing appropriately is a must for socializing.
Let's change into that outfit. Let's go. There's no changes in... Is there a change in the back? No changes in the back. And the changes in the front is just the heart. So,
Does
and the
this
horn.
outfit suit me better?
It does.
Oh, my writer and witness. It's been quite the journey, hasn't it?
You had special plans for the traveler from the start, didn't you?
But of course, that goes without saying. For a story to live on, it needs both a writer and a reader. Only then can my magic take effect. I chose the traveler as the witness because of the special nature of who he is. It's not easy finding someone with that kind of background, you know. For a moment, I even considered taking the role myself.
At least it made for an interesting story, right? Huh? What are you doing here, tone-deaf bard? With the Hexenzirkel carrying out such a risky experiment in Mondstadt, it didn't cross your minds that the Animo Archon might be slightly curious?
Sorry for the trouble, Lord Barbados.
Think nothing of it. I dare say the Animo Archon quite enjoyed coming along for the ride. Now then, as agreed, let us see the fruits of your labor.
Here, please take a look.
Well. Somehow, despite all my careful planning, it still turned out to be full of surprises. It never even crossed my mind that Rhindotter's child would be capable of handling that kind of alchemy in her stead. When he asked for help, if only the others were here too. We could also...
I'm right here, you know. The only one who hasn't responded is the one busy stuffing her face over there.
Is that you, Barbie? A little late to the party, though.
Come here, child. Let me take a closer look at you.
All right, Aunt Seer Witch.
Just as I thought. This child's fate does not appear...
What does that mean?
Child, all you need...
Oh.
Just like how she was in the story, huh?
Tell me, little Durin, what will you do next? I, for one?
Well, there's so...
How about settling your most recent regret? Not so fast, tone-deaf bard! What exactly did you just tell Durin to do? To make the long overdue wish come true.
Thank you once again, Alice.
How much time do you have left?
I believe these should be my final moments. Just enough time to say goodbye to my dearest.
This feels like having to say our final goodbyes all over again.
I don't know how strange. You were always such a cheap.
Oh, please. You know full well it was your stories that first taught.
Oh.
Aside from saying goodbye, since the book will be his to continue, why don't you write?
There's no need. All that remains is for me.
There you go.
My child, these may be the last words I get
That's
to
true.
leave
It's
you.
only on the top bit.
I've
And the
always
heart.
thought of the characters in my stories as my children, loving each one of them, just like a mother would. But you are the most extraordinary of them all. You alone can defy the fate of this world and write the perfect ending to my story. You alone shall leave these pages for a future I will not see.
Oh.
Still, I say to you, fly, my sweet child. Just like a forest breeze yearns for the open sky, head into the unknown and seek an adventure to call your own. If you meet a dragon bright as 1,000 jewels dance through the air together. You are not alone, for this world has accepted your place in it. Do not lose heart. You still have many wishes left to fulfill. A long tale awaits you, my love. Let songs and flowers be the ink that fills its pages. Take my pen and use it to continue your story.
She kind of looks like Conan from Naruto. Oh, Alice is there. Hello, Aunt Alice.
There you go. Of course, this copy isn't magical in this.
Alright, since we're here, PD 56. I can't do 10 pulls. I'm just gonna do one pull. Yeah, that's 56 already. Pity 56. It's Chaska's birthday. Oh. Hello, Venti.
And so they flew together. Who'd have... Ad Astro... Thank you for Ad Astro...
It's actually hard to skip this banner because you have 2 new weapons. So it's a win-win whatever you get. And I still have 13 days, so it's fine. And also, since we're here, why don't we just where is that? Is it this one? Is it this one? The bless?
Some in-the-field research?
Let's do this one.
Turning point in.
Let's play! Time for takeoff.
Even if we get the other artifact.
Delved into destiny, written in the stars.
Leave it
At
be
least we
the
can.
turning point in fate.
At least we can use the the artifact for the box. What do you call the box? Ooh, HP. Oh, with high crit rate and high crit damage. Sorry. Strong box. Strong box.
Let me scrub.
Stay back. The story has only just begun.
Decided by destiny.
At least that's a good one. But I need crit damage.
Delved into destiny.
The story has only just begun.
Think you can get away? Yahoo! Wouldn't gliding be faster?
It's a long shot to get one, but you know.
Shadows of fate.
Decay. New life.
Written in the stars.
It's Mona's power. I'm so glad that Mona is one of my favorite ones. That's not good. Oh, but we don't need HP. Alright, let's go and see if we can get lucky with Strongbox. And yeah, I've noticed, yeah, we don't have the Stygian Onslaught yet for North America. So it'll be a later time, I think. No, we didn't get lucky. Anyway, that's gonna be it for us today. We don't have anything else to do, so we will just end our stream there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Jose Montelli, I appreciate your support. Thanks for the follow and thanks for the friendship. And thanks for joining me tonight. And yeah, I won't be able to stream tomorrow because of work, but Friday we will be doing our normal Wuthering Waves and Genshin Impact live stream, but also do our Wuthering Waves special broadcast at night. That's 10 o'clock Melbourne time. And yeah, I hope you guys can join me on my watch party, and so we can talk about Wuthering Waves and the new version coming in January, I think is when it's coming, or end of December. But anyway, yeah, thanks so much again for tuning in. I will see you again next time for another Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves live stream. All right, cheers, bye.